Hello friends, I'm here today to start a series reading vlog. I anticipate this being a crying vlog. So I'm going to be reading, what is this series called? The Legacy series? I totally blanked. The Legacy series by Rebecca Yarros. Yeah, so I anticipate crying at some point during this video. I did just today start the ebook for Point of Origin. This is going to be a second chance romance between Bash and Emerson. It sounds like Bash kind of left town rather abruptly when I think Emerson was just getting out of high school, because she went through college while they were separated, because both of their fathers were killed. They were both firefighters, and they were both killed in a really bad fire. That sounds like it devastated the town, and they're just kind of still in the process of rebuilding things. It says it's been 6 years, and now Bash is back to restart the group, the firefighting group that their dads were a part of. So I don't know if I've ever mentioned it before, but my dad was also a firefighter. He doesn't really do it anymore, but I anticipate this hitting a nerve. Yeah, so also, so I've had this copy for a year or two, but I knew that there was more in the series, so I never read it, and never really looked at it, apparently. And then I got these two from Book Bonanza. I pre-ordered them so I could pick them up there. But this Ignite, I'm switching out all these books, is in the back of this one. So I have 2 copies of that. So I am going to continue reading Point of Origin tonight. It is actually pretty short. Like I said, I did not know that it had it's 146 pages in my physical book, and I think the ebook said like 150 something. So it's pretty short. Point of Origin is 0.5 in the series according to Goodreads, and then Ignite is 0.75. Yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go keep reading. I'm gonna cry in this. I feel like the only video I've ever cried in was a Rebecca Yarros series vlog, so there's that. Hey y'all, it is Saturday morning now. I'm about to do, I don't know if I'm gonna do all my makeup or keep it simple with some concealer and some eyeliner, but I finished Point of Origin. I'm gonna give it 4 stars. It was a novella, so there's that. It really only made me cry kind of at one point. So I think I mentioned the premise of this series is, oh, my room is a mess. Those are books I'm selling on Mercari. So they're just all in the middle. Let me hide that. That's bothering me. So they're trying to start up the hotshot firefighter crew that killed 10 people, I think is what it said. This is like the kids of those firefighters, so they're trying to start it up again. A lot of them have left town and not returned in all of these years since this happened, but Emerson has always stayed in town, and she has trying to help rebuild the town and everything, but Bash comes back to town because he is one of the ones that wants to restart the crew. So he comes back to Colorado from California, where he has been a firefighter. My face is so broken out. Yep, that's good. But he comes back to Colorado, and they had a very fast relationship that kind of went south after the fire that killed all the parents, because he left town. He couldn't deal, so he left. But now he's back, and obviously they're drawn to each other still. And yeah, so this is their second chance romance. They're rebuilding that crew. They're trying to work together because the town sets stipulations that they will only like let the crew come back if it's made up of, I think it was like 60% legacy of the blood relatives of those that were in the crew in the first place. So that's the like series. Right now I'm reading Ignite. I started that this morning. And so this is the newer cover for Ignite. So this one is about River. He and his brother have been working in Alaska as firefighters. And he has a best friend named Avery. But when Bash from the first book calls, I don't remember his brother's name, but he calls the brother and tells them, hey, we're trying to get this crew back together. We need these legacies in order for it to work. Numbers wise, because there's only so many of them that are old enough to be firefighters. Yeah, they need River and his brother to come to Colorado. But River has this friend named Avery, who he's had some moments with. And where I'm at now, she's just agreed to go to Colorado with him for the weekend. And he's floated the idea by her of her moving to Colorado, but I think he's really going to work on that when they're there for the weekend. So that is where I'm at now. So that's where I'm at now. And I really anticipate getting finished with Ignite today. So I will probably see you a little bit later to let you know what I thought about the ending of it. Hey guys, so it is actually Monday now. I think the last time I updated you was Saturday. And basically this is one where it got away from me, but it got away from me because I just wanted to read. So I think the last time I talked to you, I was reading Ignite. This one was super good. I am still just gonna give it 4 stars though. I wanted more from it. The same like broken record about novellas for me. Yeah, I wish I would have seen a little bit more of the process of names. Avery deciding to move to Colorado from Alaska. I felt like it was kind of a quick decision. But yeah. So then I went straight into Reason to Believe, and this is obviously the first full-length novel in the Legacy series. So this one is Knox and Harper, and they've kind of been mentioned a little bit throughout the novellas. I think Emerson from the first book is Harper's best friend, and Knox is one of the firefighters, so he's friends with all of the guys in the series. And this is a brother's best friend romance, and some of the conversations they had around him being her brother's best friend and them growing up together, some of those conversations just like took my heart a little bit. But basically at the beginning of this one, so she owns like a preschool, and one of her students, she can't find his mom. Like, his mom doesn't come pick him up. So when she calls the social worker, like, shows up at the same time as the police to tell her that there's been an accident with the mom. And it's not really graphic, but you do kind of hear a little bit about that. But basically, because it's so sudden, she volunteers to take, I don't remember their names and which one was which, but there was her student and then his baby brother. She volunteers to take them. But her apartment is currently being renovated. So she messages Knox because he has a new house for moving in with the hotshot crew. But he's still at his old job currently. So she messages him and asks if she uses his house and doesn't really tell him why, which seems a little weird to me, but he agrees because he's grown up with her family, and if she needs something, he's going to give it to her. And then when he gets back, he realizes that she is trying to take care of these two little boys, and there have been, like, this issue with the system and with the foster parents that they're supposed to go to and all that kind of stuff. So somehow, I still don't necessarily know why people didn't think this was fake. But they end up in a marriage of convenience to try to give the boys, like, a stable home. Yeah, so they end up in a marriage of convenience. But that's kind of when all the conversations about her brother and him being his best friend and all that kind of stuff, those conversations happen then. But I'm giving this one 5 stars. Brother's best friend, marriage of convenience. They have the whole foster situation. But yeah, this one is brother's best friend, marriage of convenience. I'm gonna give it 5 stars. I loved it to pieces. Once I started reading, I, like, did not want to stop. So good. I loved it so much. I'm hoping... So, during all of the, like, this one had a lot more of the, like, firefighting, hotshot stuff in it. So, I'm hoping there's one of the female firefighters who, Knox is assigned to, like, get them into shape, like, train them and everything for this test that they have to pass. And there's one of the female firefighters, because they needed that 60% legacy, within their members. This brother and sister both agree to sign up, and the brother is a firefighter, but his sister is not, and she's a plus size character, and they, like, Knox was super sweet with her. Like, when she wanted to give up on the, like, running stuff, he would go and, like, talk her through it, and he would tell her, she would said something one time about the uniform sizes or something, and she was like, well, what do we do with that? And he was like, well, we order a bigger size. It's not a big deal. Like, you're part of our team. And yeah, that got me a little bit too. I'm hoping she gets a book. There is this kind of, like, because she's a rookie, there was this kind of, like real, like, dude bro type rookie who I feel like she could knock him down a peg. I feel like I want that. And then Harper's brother, Riker, I really want him to have a book too, just because all of the shit that he pulled in this one. But yeah, I love this. I can't wait to see. I hope that Rebecca Yarros does more in the Legacy series. I don't know if there's more on her agenda for that, but I hope there is. So if you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.